I'm going to show you 15 design hacks in less than 10 minutes. Let's go. The first one is 3D. All we need to do is in Illustrator, create a background square on your artboard. Make sure it fits. Choose a nice color for it. I will choose this. Then we're going to choose a font. And you can do this with a font, a shape, or anything. I'm choosing this cool rounded Gallica. Increase the weight so it fits onto your artboard somewhere like this. Change the color. I'm going to choose this nice orange. Right click, create outlines. We're going to select both the shapes. We're going to press Command G and that will group it. Then go up to Effect, go down to 3D, go to Inflate, and you'll get this box appear, and this will look a bit strange. Simply, all you need to do is click this button here, which will render it out to make it look cool. And then if you check this out, it looks like it's sort of sunken into the background. So any shape that goes on top of the background when you group it will sync it together. And look at that, you can create some amazing 3D effects directly in Illustrator itself. The second hack is this shape here, which is found in the line segment tool. Hold down, get the rectangular grid tool, drag it out. You've got a rectangular grid. Now when you hold shift, it will create this nice grid. I want to thank Kwaku for this tip. Go follow him on Instagram down below. All you do is press Command 5. That will transform this shape into guides. Now, if you want to create a cool looking logo or anything that's abstract in a grid shape, all you do is you follow the grid. So I'm going to create a square here. We'll move this square, create a square down here. I might even create this square there, making sure you've got smart guides on. Then I'm going to copy this, reflect it around, and I'm going to just drag it over to the bottom. Then I'm going to switch the stroke to a fill, and that looks a bit weird, but the effect that Kwaku talks about is amazing. What we want to do is select all our shapes, go up to stroke and just press up, add a 0.25 stroke. We're then going to go into Object, Path, Outline, Stroke. Then in the Pathfinder function, we're going to go ahead and merge them all together. Now what that has done is it has brought these shapes together here ever so slightly. So when we go and select them all, press A for rounding, and we start rounding everything, it's all connected. How cool is that? You can create so many cool looking logos. Go follow Kwaku, it's amazing. Now the next tip follows along very nicely from the last one. Whenever we're presenting logos, it's not good enough just to show them on a black and white background. Sometimes we like to grid logos to make them look nice, to show the complexity and to show how neat and tidy it is, but also to show the mathematics sometimes behind an actual design. So if I take this logo here that I've just made, which is a bit abstract, a bit strange, I'm just going to center it to my artboard. Then I'm going to go to Window, I'm going to go down to Extensions, and there's this plugin that you can get, which I'll link down below, called Grid It. This is made by Kwaku as well. All I'm going to do is press Generate All, and in an instant, it will generate me an actual vector preview of my handles, the grid lines, the anchor points, and it will make it look really nice for the presentation. Look at that, it looks insane. If you're anything like me, then when you're designing a poster like this one here, which is of a castle, you make multiple variations of it on your artboard like you see here. But what if you wanted to change a feature of the castle or any shape in here, but you don't want to have to go through copy and paste them and all of that jazz? Well, simply what we can do is select our shape, go up to this button up here. When we press this and we edit this shape like so, it will edit the rest in our document on different artboards the exact same way if it's similar. Look, you can go absolutely wild with this. Look, it's going to just do it all, even though they're different colors. You can like absolutely mess this around and it will apply it to all the different variations. That's going to save someone so much time. Now, if you're a graphic designer, then you need a website. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or a seasoned designer, everyone should have a website, not just because everyone has a website. No, it's because we need to show off your skills in a way that you're branded. Instagram, Behance, and all these other platforms are great, but they are just platforms. You are restricted on how your page looks, bar the things that you actually put on there. But having a website that is truly your own means that you can create an experience for clients to come and see your work, check out your style. It is your homepage, your corner of the internet. Now, Squarespace is sponsoring this video. They have thousands of fully customizable, award-winning templates that, again, you can fully customize to make it truly your own, and you don't need to be a web design wizard. If you're a graphic designer but know nothing about code, that's perfect because you can take a template and edit it so much that it becomes your own. You can have an online store. You could create a course on there, have a portfolio page with a contact page linked, and it's all super affordable too. If you'd like
10%
off Squarespace, then click the link down below, or if you're not certain yet, go ahead, click my link down below, try out Squarespace, build a website for fun to see what you would like, and then when you're ready for it to go live, that's when you can apply the 20% discount. Thank you so much, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video. This next tip is for Photoshop users. You've got this nice image and you want to change the sky. We could go ahead and, mask it out and all that, but that's boring, and so 2012. Instead, we'll go to Edit, and we're going to go down to something called Sky Replacement. What this will do is it'll scan your image using AI, and it will replace the sky, and you can choose whichever sky you like. We could go down here, choose this one, and it will replace these skies here. We can change the temperature of the sky, which I'm going to do, change the actual brightness of that sky. We can output it to a new layer, and when we press OK, it has generated us a sky on a new layer within a group that is non-destructive, and it perfectly matches with it. Insane. This next one is a cool little tip I found. If I just create, some bars here, like so, just duplicate them like so. This can work from any shape. I'm going to select the bars here, go to Object. We're going to go to Envelope Distort, Make with Mesh. It will give us this dialog box to check out, and we can add rows and columns to it. Using the Direct Selection tool, we can select some of these nodes and move them like so. And what this does is it gives us a really trippy way of messing around with the work that we've created like so. Look at this, it's insane. Now let's say you want to take that work and bring it into Photoshop like so, but it doesn't blend with the background. You've tried all the ways of doing it, of choosing a different blend mode, but these blend modes just look terrible. They don't look very good. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to double click on that layer of the shape, and we're going to use the blend if function. It looks really difficult, but it's quite simple. What we're going to do with blend if is move these sliders. Now this slider essentially means here, the underlying layer, which is the background, this texture. If I move this to the right, it will blend that layer that we're doing it on, which is the shape layer, with the background of the black colors, the gray colors. It'll blend it seamlessly. But if we just do this, it looks kind of like, it looks all right. It looks a bit weird, too grainy. It doesn't look soft enough. So if I hold Option and press this, it will do it very nicely. So that's how you blend vector objects in Adobe Illustrator really easily, and it looks great for mockups. Just having that there looks seamlessly part of it. You found an image full of type, but you don't know what the fonts are. Well, in Photoshop and in Illustrator, technically, what we can do is we can actually select the image like so. Even though this is just an image full of random type, we can just select it with our Direct Selection tool here. We go up to Type, and we can just press Match Font. This will bring up this box. What this is doing is it's scanning your computer for the same font, a similar font, and it's also scanning Adobe fonts as well, which are free to use. Once you found a font that you like, press OK, and you can now start using that font because you know which one it is. The more you know. We've all been in a spot when we're designing logos that we don't know how to exactly, align these. How do we align these so they're all centered? Well, what we could do is align this one like so, but it doesn't exactly align it. It just kind of aligns it to the artboard. Well, instead of that, what we need to do is select all the shapes here, and instead of just pressing Align like we did before, select again a shape that you want to align it to. So I'm going to align it to pastry. You can see there that it's highlighted, it's aligned. Now we can go into aligning horizontal, and it will align all the other shapes horizontally with the shape that you've clicked on twice. The more you know. You've got your main brand color. It's green, you like it, but you don't know what to do for the other color, the complementary one. Well, simply take your color, duplicate one like this. We're going to go and double click into this color picker, find out the hue. Now, because this is a color wheel, we go from all the way to 360 and 0. What we need to work out is the opposite color. To work this out, all we need to do is if the number of the hue is below 180, add 180. If it is above 180, take it away. So we're at 152 there. Okay, so we're going to go 152 plus 180. That will give us 332. And that will give you its complementary color. This is how you create the golden ratio in Adobe Illustrator easily. Take a square like so, just a stroke. We're going to Command C and Command F to paste in front. Up here, we're going to go ahead and press asterisk or times 1.618. Boom. We're going to repeat the same process again. We're going to Command C, Command F, times by 1.618. You can copy it again by just doing this, times by 1.618. And that number is really important for it to be the golden rectangle, or the golden ratio. We can do this completely infinitely, and we can end up getting the golden rectangle. The great thing about this is that not only do we create the rectangle, but we can actually add our circles in them, which can be used as a shape builder tool or a building block of a logo. So we can actually add circles to create golden circles that can be used in our design work, kind of like that old Twitter bird. Here's a last tip for any of you Photoshop users. If you want to select a shape in Photoshop, but you're struggling to find it, just press Command and press the shape and you'll find it. If you want to select another shape, if you want to select something else, press Command like so. Here we go, Command there, Command here. And that way you're not clicking on random shapes all the time. You're more accurately clicking on the one that you want. So hold Command, click, move, hold Command, click, move. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe and share this with your mates online. It means the world to me. And if you want more tips, then go ahead and check them out over here.